Hey guys, how you going? It's Jess here, and today...
Recently, I was doing some research.
Creative Commons is...
Hey guys, how...
Recently, I was doing...
Creative...
Hey guys, how...
Recently, I was...
Creative...
guys, how you going? It's Jess here, and today I have a little bit of a different video. It's a little bit special. This one is definitely not a beauty video at all, but it is a little bit of a continuation from one of my previous videos where I was talking about how to be a beauty guru here on YouTube. So if you haven't checked that out, I'll put a link for you down below. Anyway, let's get on with today's video, which is all about CC-free music for your videos. Everything that I'm going to be mentioning today is absolutely 100% free. No questions asked, no subscriptions, no one-off payments for individual songs. It's all free. Alright guys, we have a lot to get through today, so I hope you have your favourite beverage next to you. Let's get started. Starting with Dano songs. Dan's site is fantastic. I love how easy it is to navigate and listen to all of the songs. You can click through each one and have a bit of a listen before you download it. Dano's stuff is free to use with a credit, so you just need to make sure that in your video description you write music by Dano at danosongs.com. Audionautics is another one that's been around for a pretty long time, and the way that the website looks right now I think is fantastic. I like the fact that everything's just been put into categories, so you've got your genres, your mood, and even tempo. All the music on audionautics.com is actually created by a guy called Jason Shaw. But when you go to credit this guy for the work that he's done, what you need to do is provide a link back to the website directly in your video description. Created by Brett is run by a guy called Brett, and he actually has a whole bunch of stuff on his website, including music that you can use for YouTube. The front page of his website basically says that if you do want to use any of his music for your content, just make sure that you're crediting his YouTube, not the website. A lot of his songs are separated into different genres or things that he's actually made for other people. So this is a guy that can actually make you a theme song if you want that to happen, guys. So definitely check it out if that's something you're interested in. Flori is an independent artist that does have a YouTube page, but if you want to use any of her music or check out what she does, it's best to head over to her website. At the top of her website, there's a little tab that says Free Music Downloads. When you click on that, it just gives you access to a whole bunch of different songs that she's produced, and the majority of them are free to use for your YouTube videos. Just a slight little word of warning though, I have had a few issues in terms of using her music in the past. Don't know if that's been fixed or not, but if you want to be monetizing your content, proceed with caution. Incompetech.com is one of those sites that's been around for a very long time, since 2006. As far as I can tell, it's run by a guy called Kevin MacLeod, or Kevin MacLeod. Sorry Kevin. Anyway Kevin, your music is great, and I really love the way that this website is set out. I also like that he goes into detail with each individual track, and he lets you know what the tempo is, what instruments are used, and the general feeling of the song. When you go to credit him, just make sure that you include the title of the song, you include his name, and a link directly to the website. Ronald Jenkins is an amazing artist, and you might have already heard his stuff if you're a bit of a fan of Philly D. He completely understands the plight of every YouTuber trying to find music for their videos. So as long as you give him the correct attribution, his stuff is free. But really, I think this is definitely one of those artists that deserves your donation. Josh Woodward is a great independent artist. He's highly prolific and has heaps of albums that you can download. But if you don't need an album, you can also download individual songs. He has over 180 songs that you can download for free. All he really asks is that you share his stuff around, so posting it on your Facebook, your Twitter and that sort of thing, but also in your video description you need to make sure that you're putting the name of the song by Josh Woodward and a link directly back to his website. ccmixter.org is a bit of an interesting one. It's actually a massive website with loads of different artists contributing all sorts of different content to the one site. However, if you're a YouTuber, you really need to check out the Dig CC Mixter part of the website. Within Dig CC Mixter, there's a section that's actually dedicated to music you can use for YouTube. Some of the songs have pretty limited CC licensing attached to them, and some of them only really allow you to sample the work, and you can't monetize your content if you use that song. So just make sure that when you pick a song, it has the correct CC licensing attached to it. freemusicarchive.org is a huge site that is absolutely jam-packed full of so many different genres of music. It's easiest to navigate this website if you click the By Genre tab up the top and then just try and find the type of music you're after that way. This website is another one that you need to be really careful with in terms of the individual CC licensing that's attached to each track. The artists themselves are the ones who are uploading the music to this website, and they're the ones who have control over how their music is shared. If you want to use a track for your video, you need to make sure that the artist has not only allowed you to use that song, but allows you to monetize it. Triple J Unearthed is an Australian-based website, so to my international brothers and sisters, sorry, but you won't be able to use this particular one. But if you're an Aussie, this is an excellent website for you. Loads of artists upload their tracks to this particular website, and you can download them. However, if you want to seriously use this type of music for your videos, you need to get the all clear from the artist first. But it is so easy just to email or message the artist themselves and talk directly to them. Usually they're pretty good, but there might be a few extra things that you need to do if you want to use their song in your video. But generally, the artists know exactly what needs to be done, so don't be afraid of approaching them to use their music. Now here's a website that can be easily missed, newgrounds.com. Definitely not one of those ones where you think of music straight away. Users can contribute their songs and have other users rate them. Attribution can differ from song to song, so just make sure that you're doing it the right way. SoundCloud is an absolutely massive hub of audio. You can find every genre imaginable on this website. But the thing is, a lot of it isn't completely free. You can search for CC free music on this website, and you'll find a few different artists and groups that are more than happy to provide their music for free. If you find a song you like, you really just have to make absolutely certain that you're allowed to use that music for your video and monetize it. You can quite often contact artists directly through this website and ask their permission. And guys, if there are any artists that you love on SoundCloud and you know that their music is CC free and royalty free, let me know down in the comments below so I can add it to the video description list. TechnoAxe is one that I found only in the last few weeks, and I really wish that I knew about them sooner. There's new songs posted up almost every day. It is 100% royalty free, you don't need to worry about being content ID matched, it's amazing. Definitely subscribe to the TechnoAxe YouTube channel, and if you want to use any of the songs in your videos, just make sure that you attribute them correctly. Each song has its own individual link, and you can just pop this down into your video description. I gotta give props to YouTube because it is starting to make more resources available for its content creators. And right now you can access 150 songs for free that you can monetize. Now at the time of making this video, the YouTube audio library is still fairly new, so there's a couple of teething issues in terms of monetization and copyright claims. But if you do get hit by a copyright claim from YouTube when you've used one of their songs, I recommend that you report it through their forum or you contact YouTube directly in order to get it lifted.
So guys, that's basically everything that I know from the interwebs today in terms of CC free music. If you guys have any other links, and I really mean this, if you've got any other links or ideas or anything like that, leave me a comment down below so I can add it into the video description. Sharing is caring, and if I have left anything out, I'd love to know. Thanks for showing this video your thumbs, and I will catch you all next week. See ya!
Recently, I was doing some research on 16th century boxwood carvings when I discovered that the vast majority of these beautiful works of wood carvings that I was looking at were taken almost completely from pre-existing prints, paintings, and the carver, while being very skilled with his craft of fine, delicate woodwork, wasn't a thing. Sometimes when I talk to people about art, they think that most artworks are 100% original. They think that most artworks are 100% original. Wasn't a thing. Sometimes when I talk to people about art, they think that most artworks are 100% original. But if you really thought about this proposition, 100% original, can you really find something ever that's 100% original? Because I think the reality is most people, most artists borrow inspiration and materials from other people. And that we make art based on the world around us, based on what we see and what we know. We borrow ideas from people all the time, whether it's people material from history or our contemporaries. Now, intellectual property and copyright law are really complicated issues. I would suggest watching this series if you need a crash course. So sometimes as a creator, we want others to use our creations, but maybe we want there to be limitations on what they can use it for, or we would like to receive attribution for them doing so. And sometimes we want to use and build on other people's ideas, but we want to do it respectfully and we want to make sure we have their permission to do so. So how do we do that? Well, we could go up and ask each and every person individually. But what if there are thousands or maybe millions of people who want to use a thing? Or what if you want thousands or millions of people to use your thing? What if you're not sure how to give permission? Or what if you're not sure how to get permission? Well, for the past 15 years, there has been actually a solution. It's called the Creative Commons, which is a nonprofit organization that provides free licenses and tools to creators that allows them to share their works with others to use, reuse, and/or transform. This is not the same as putting your work into the public domain, where anyone can use it in whatever way they want and you give up all the rights to your work. This is a way for creators to reserve some rights to their work, while at the same time giving others permission to use it in ways that they agree with. For example, you can allow others to use your work, but one of the criteria is that they have to give you credit. Or you're okay with people using your work, but you're not okay with people making modifications to it without your permission. Or you're okay with people using your work, transforming it, modifying it in whatever way they want, but you don't want it to be used commercially. Or any combination of the above. Creative Commons provides us with ways to do that, and they can also help us navigate the complicated world of the internet and differing international copyright situations. Now, I understand that not everybody is into remixes, not everybody is interested in sharing their work, and not everybody is interested in using other people's work. And that's totally okay. I think the existence of copyright and all rights reserved is vital to our culture and economy. And thus, being supportive of collaboration is by no means a rejection of independent creation. Artists should be able to choose the type of ownership they want to have over their creations and should receive protection whether they choose to retain all of the ownership over it or share it with others. So this Project for Awesome, I encourage you to share some of your support with Creative Commons. Please vote for this video and Creative Commons so that they can receive a portion of the money we fundraised this year for Project for Awesome. And please also consider donating a small amount yourself directly to Creative Commons. I will put a link in the description. Thanks for watching, and EFTBA.
Creative Commons is a crucial organization when it comes to OER, and Creative Commons is much more but just licensing. So we asked Ryan Merkley, the CEO of Creative Commons, what's next, and we're happy you're taking your time. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
I heard there were several activities going on. One was just started, which is CC Search, which not is only about search, is it?
No, it's not just about search. So most people know Creative Commons for the licenses, and we hit a fairly significant milestone recently. We passed 1.2 billion licensed works. Content of every type. So OER for sure, but also photos, video, 3D models, all kinds of things. But one of the things that became clear is that there's no front door to the Commons, and there's no registry. And so there's no way to find those works all in one place. They live in repositories all over the internet, on individual websites, and on platforms for hosting open content. So we wanted to solve for that. And so we're building a project called CC Search. We actually shipped the beta in February of this year. It currently indexes about 1% of the Commons, so about 12 million works. The idea is pretty simple. It's a complete index of every openly licensed work on the web, its location, and its associated metadata. Then there's an API that allows us to talk to the registry, to run queries, or to build services on top of it. And then there's CC Search, which is the front end of that. So that's the service we're building on top of it. We imagine that we'll take that registry and that index and we'll enhance it by using machine learning tools to give us better descriptions or make the content more discoverable, or to disambiguate content and be able to, for example, search by creator or those kinds of things, which you can't do today. And then we expect that through the services that are built on top of it, we'll also collect data. So for example, through CC Search, you can submit your own meta tags, you can create lists of your favorite content, and that curatorial data and that user data tells us something about the commons, and over time would tell us what content was more popular, what people thought about the things that they found, so that's our hope.
What to expect from the registry, what will come over time?
So what I think will come over time, first of all, a better way to search and discover works online in multiple categories. So we've started with photography because we wanted something that was easy for people to use and to give us feedback. We've had over 500 people fill out surveys online. We've gotten good feedback both on the things people like and also the things they hate, which is what you want from a beta, a chance to work openly and to get good feedback. We imagine over time that, one, search will be successful. We know that people want this. And then secondly, we expect that others may use the API to integrate the registry into other things. Maybe someone will build a new service or simply integrate search functionality into their own platforms. One of the things that made CC successful over the first 15 years was CC license tools being exactly where people expected them to be. So I could share my photo on Flickr without leaving the website. And I think the more CC is part of the stack, that it's integrated with the way people create and share, the more likely we'll see more sharing and more collaboration.
I understood that it will also be on the data that's already there. So it's not only for the resources published from 2018 on, but it's already working backwards?
That's right. So we're starting with its way around the web. And I think that makes CC licenses more